All right, we have post-game number 1 press conference with Tufts University with a 3-set victory over Eastern. Coach, we'll start with you. You go down 10-2 early in that first set, you call a timeout, and boy, did things change after that. What was said in the huddle to kind of wake the team up?
I mean, I think, honestly, it's just whenever these tournaments start, it's always the heebie-jeebies of the first game, right? And just a little bit of nerves that we needed to just take a deep breath and kind of reset and just do our jobs. I think, we were letting a lot happen to us, and we needed to do our jobs a little bit better.
You're able to obviously battle back and win that first set. I can't imagine there's too many sets that you've won in your career where the other team hits 450 in the set.
Yeah, no, that was the first. Statistically, it was interesting. First and foremost, I have to say that Eastern, they're an incredible team. They played great defense. Offensively, to your point, they executed their game plan. You could tell they had a game plan. They stuck with it the whole match and really were forcing us to make adjustments on our side. So a lot of credit. But yes, offensively, you've got two teams that are very aggressive. So when the ball control's there and both teams are in system, it makes it very tough on both sides, blocking and defensive. So.
From a player's perspective, when NCAA tournament, you get all excited and then you fall down like that. What's the emotional way that you kind of have to overcome that and say, all right, we have a long way to go and we're going to play our game that we know we can play?
I think kind of just to the point that Coach was saying, just kind of getting the jitters out and just kind of taking a deep breath and just calming down, realizing that those points are already done. So there's nothing you can really do about that, and just moving forward from there and just kind of just see what they're doing to us and seeing what's working, and just kind of finding new ways to get around that.
You were both very efficient on the offensive side. Janelle hit 476 with 11 kills. What do you guys think was working so well in system to kind of put you guys in the best spots to be successful on offense?
Yeah, our setters, Maddie and Ariel, were really good at getting us the ball fast into really great locations, but that wouldn't have been possible without Steph back there at their libero. So I think a combination of good passing and good setting just made our job easy.
Kate, anything to add on to that?
I think definitely getting us in system constantly made it really hard, because all 3 hitters were up and they're all really aggressive. So that's hard to defend as a blocker on the other side, so getting us a lot of splits and one-on-ones.
On the defensive side, last one I have, Ernie, is Coach, you could take this one. We talked about the first set. Again, they hit 448. After that, they hit negative in the second set and 0 in the third set. What do you think changed from your guys' standpoint on the defensive side?
Well, I think we just got a little bit more discipline. To my point earlier, I think there's a lot of heebie-jeebies. We were going up and down with the ball. We just lost you didn't harness our discipline quick enough. And then once we did, and we started to really kind of appreciate and commit to our defensive systems that we've been doing all year, which got us to this point. Once we started to settle down, things became a little bit more clear in terms of whose balls were whose, and just really, honestly, we always emphasize getting ourselves in system out of transition. So when we're taking the balls, it's not good enough just to get them up. We want to be in system so that we can execute with any of the 3 hitters. And once they had a little bit more focus on what we needed to do with the ball, they just needed to settle down, and then things started to click. So.
Coach, we talked about Eastern getting off to the quick start, and then you reeled them in. I think you scored 23-10 run to end that first set, and then you went up big early in the second set. But I think you were up 8 or 9, and then they reeled you in a couple times, and you had to call a timeout. What was your message to the team there? Because you had such a long run of success over 2 sets.
Yeah. Well, again, at this level, you've got great teams that are adjusting. Right, so Eastern was making great adjustments on their side. They were serving us tough. There was no question about it. They were serving us tough. We needed to serve tougher, so we needed to get the ball back. And when we started to serve them tougher, that also helps our defense, right? So if we serve them tough and we get those middles who are incredible middles, both 15 and 16 are incredible middles, then we were able to simplify things on our side, right? It became more clear where they were going to set, that our blockers could set up better, our defense could be around it better. So I think the serving is a huge piece of that when you talk about defense and kind of those momentum swings, right?
So it's tough to be the first team to have to play in one of these tournaments, but the advantage of when you win is now you get to sit back and watch. So what's the message to the team? How do you prepare over the next 24 hours for match 2 this weekend?
Well, again, everybody's great. Everybody's worked hard to get here. Every team is battling for their season, so we're expecting gritty performances on our side, but also on the other side as well. And right now, it's really just about bettering our game. We know we could be better. We certainly got the heebie-jeebies, like I said, kind of out, I'm hoping, and we'll be more settled tomorrow for whoever emerges out of the second game. But we'll watch the other teams, but really it's more about what we're doing, right? We want to do what we do well and force the other teams to adjust. So, yep.
All right, guys, thank you so much, and congratulations on the win.
All right, thank you so much.